Audio Jungle.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review, where we come to you live from my branch library. What we're going to do right now, I got to slow it down, Jody, is we're going to click on our intro video. That way you can like, share, and comment. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is that racism
not guilty
is still alive in American society and much more widespread.
Broke his neck after Baltimore police.
A handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who...
Many in moments of anger, many in moments of deep bitterness, engage in riots. And as long as America postpones justice, we stand in the position of having these recurrences of violence and riots over and over again. Social justice and progress are the absolute guarantors of riot prevention.
Mr. Gray's death was a homicide.
The Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery.
The athletes marched onto a stage.
But at the same time, the nation refused to give him land to make that freedom meaningful. Freedom without land to cultivate. It was freedom and famine at the same time.
And create jobs for our people.
The Negro is to be free. He must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with a pen and ink of self-assertive manhood his own emancipation proclamation. But I want to get the language right tonight. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful. Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. We are poor. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. That's power right there if we know how to prove it. We begin the process of building a greater economic base. And at the same time, we are putting pressure where it really hurts. We don't have to argue with anybody. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country. Say, God sent us by here to say to you that you're not treating his children right. We come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. And our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. But shout out to Mott Branch Library, and we met the new, I guess, the branch manager. At least that's what it says on its door. Yep. I ain't trying to jinxie, but hey, it's Kevin Brown. All right. So come on, check out Kevin Brown at the Mott Branch Library. Tell him that Jody sent you, all right? Just in case we said the wrong things. Let's get into some intros. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad. I'm one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bey. They're still active online, and if you can,
give them a shout out.
Yeah, give them a shout out, and if you friend them, hey, you do that at your own risk. At your own risk. And also, I'm an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam. And this month, we celebrated 95 years of the Nation of Islam being in existence in North America. And our main goal is teaching knowledge of self, who we are and really who we aren't. What am I wearing today? Today, I have on my, what is this? I've got my Junction Family Pharmacy. I can't see it because of the... somebody put the whatever those things are, right?
Know, the Junction Coalition is like 2 doors down from us. They got the news and everything down there. We might have to pop in and say hello.
Okay, let's just do our thing, all right? I'm sure if they, I'm going to do our thing right now. We can promote other stuff. But this is Junction Family Pharmacy. We do love the Junction Coalition, and we're down with the Junction Coalition. But this is Junction Family Pharmacy, Dr. Anthony Patton, right there at the corner of Door and Junction. I transferred all my scripts there. I suggest you can too. Family, it's the same script, all right? So don't think that because he's there that he's not giving you the same medicine, all right? No. It's the same thing. So check him out.
No discounts.
No, right, no discounts. And as always, I've got my blue hat. I've got my glasses on from Optical and Twix in between. I've got two pair. I got 2 pair a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Christien Moncrief and everybody at Optical for doing a phenomenal job. I can see, and I have not ran into anything. Hey, Jody, I think that I've introduced myself and what I'm wearing, my Junction Family Pharmacy. Hopefully, Dr. Patton will see this and say, hey, Brother Washington, all your drugs are free, all right? I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm the one that's going to get us canceled.
All right. So if you can do your intro, what are you wearing? And then we'll take a short break, come back with our guests.
What's up, everybody? Jody J. Summers, child of the system, better known as Spoken Truth, the treasurer of this wonderful organization. And for the reason of describing ourselves, as we always thank you for coming in, listening to us, or rather watching us. Depending, we know around this time you could be going to sports or events. It is nice outside, pool parties, barbecues, all that good stuff. So we don't want you on your phone not paying attention to the road because, not everybody has the same attention span as you. Just because you could do 3 or 4 things at once, sometimes you don't need to chew and run at the same time.
That's right.
This old saying was. But we describe ourselves for that reason, so you can see all this stuff on the background, or you can go on our website or on our page and see that, it's a big brown bear of a man with tattoos and crystals and stones and bones and all of that stuff from just kind of being able to do this, write books, act movies and plays and stuff. The hat I'm wearing is my own clothing brand. You always see the stick back there. The shirt I'm wearing, you can never really see it in the back of this one. It's kind of awesome, but we're not going to do that right now. Is a Sonia Organics Urban Holistic shirt. Also, I want to start off one thing by saying rip to the families of Michael Jamal Warner. And as I was scrolling on, getting ready to do my pre-stuff for the show, Ozzy Osbourne. Hopefully their families and stuff, arrangements have been made and everything is taken care of. And whatever happened is none of my business, but I'm sad to see him go. Again, Cosby, for me, and somebody that was never in scandals or anything like that, at least that I know of, as an African-American male in the industry. And then Ozzy, just really you have to see biting bats off the head and stuff
Yep.
like that. So he's a legend in his own game. So anyway,
I'm gonna let that one go. But all right, yeah, it is what it is.
but how do you get to this point? How do you consume all of what the world is, still try and be an activist, still try and be woke as culture describes it, and keep friends?
Yeah.
For more than a decade, for fighting for the same reason, not like, oh, I ain't seen you on so many programs and things, which is not a bad thing. It's not. But this is what gives us our foundation, our mission statement.
And our guiding principles.
Which is the stuff that no matter who comes to infiltrate, we're not going to be saying different lives matter over our sign.
Yeah,
we may march with you, but we still have our own grounding and foundation. And this is it. We are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, provoked, attacked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, yes, most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. Police impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive, community-based events that help foster self-development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership accountable, yes, accountable to their sworn duties, be they politician, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc., etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, yes, all, regardless of class, creed, or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives, yes, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
And we're going to get right into our guiding principles. We came up with these. Well, we came upon them in 2015 at the Movement for Black Lives convening, and they had some guiding principles. We took them, kind of remixed it a little bit, Jody, and made it fit ourselves.
Adapted it to our own.
Right. These are the CSRN guiding principles. All Black lives matter, queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, wealthy Black lives, differently able Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe.
Ashe.
And that means one who changes a thing or one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe?
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be built into our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics, and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe?
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe?
Ashe.
Principled struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe?
Ashe.
Love. Self-love is practiced in every element of all we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe?
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe?
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe?
Ashe.
The most directly affected people are experts at their own lives and should be in leadership at the center of our movement and telling their stories directly. Ashe?
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow, and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe. Those are our guiding principles, and I think that it's made a difference in why we've been here for 10 years, because this is not one of those things that we have a president, we don't have a president, we don't have a vice president, we don't have anything that we have to ask the corporate office for permission to do. Right. So all those that are involved with CSRN are free to use their gifts and talents to move this thing forward.
Like contractors.
Like, okay, you say all the wrong things, but yeah, I guess, yeah, freedom contractors. Okay, yeah, all right, I could consider myself a...
Instead of you don't tread on me, you don't own me, never mind, I'm not even going to go into all that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, I can't wait to hear our special guest today.
Yes.
It's her first time being on. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, come back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekly review.
First-time guest.
We'll be right back.
Canal.
En esta hermosísima ciudad de Orlando.
I'm here in Barranquilla, Colombia, and in sunny Miami. Daytona Beach, mis amigos, that's where we're at today.
Desde la ciudad de Cartagena, Colombia.
We are in Orlando right now, here in Florida.
I'm Helene Sheets, Director of Marketing and Communications at beautiful Lourdes University, and we've been a proud sponsor and supporter of Voces Latinas TV for over a decade. It has been a fantastic partnership. It's been our doorway into the Latino community. We've met so many incredible people, created so many partnerships. Our students absolutely love the connections we've made through Voces Latinas TV, and we're looking forward to at least another decade, 2 decades.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. And once again, shout out for Mott Branch. They always roll out the red, black, and green carpet for us. So one of our CSRN traditions is whenever we have a new guest or someone here for the first or third or fifth time, we always ask, who are you? What are you wearing? And what are we talking about? So just as we always do, all right, so who are you? What are you wearing? And what are we talking about today?
I am Christien Simpson, the Community Engagement Manager for Habitat for Humanity. And today I'm wearing a black Habitat shirts and jeans.
Okay, all right. So,
very simple.
Okay, so when someone sees those words, Community Engagement Manager, what does that mean? What do you do? And why do you think it's important for all of us to know what Habitat for Humanity does?
So they they actually created my position. I'm the first, well, technically second community engagement manager for all of Habitat, I believe. So my main job.
Oh, that's a flex. All right. I thought that you was just for my block. I thought you was the representative for my block. Okay, all right. I'm intimidated now, but let's go. All right.
So Habitat for Humanity is partnered with the City of Toledo and other organizations to focus on 4 neighborhoods in the city. So it's Inglewood, Junction, Old South End, and East Toledo. So we dedicated as Habitat 80% of all of our work will go into the neighborhoods.
Oh, wow.
It is pretty much like 99% that we've actually been doing. So we've only been working in these neighborhoods for 5 years. And then we've actually been building new homes in the Junction community as well.
Now, that's something that, since I live under a rock, I never thought I'd see the day that Habitat for Humanity would be on the south side or in the Junction area or in the Inglewood area. I'm always used to, whenever I see Habitat for Humanity, they're building something in the rural area, and I will never see that house or I'll never see that barn or whatever it was. So they're doing work right in this.
Yep. Okay. And that's why I'm here.
Okay.
So my job is to partner with coalitions and neighborhood groups.
Okay.
Just to let people know we are here.
Okay. Hey, we're one of those groups, and you're letting people know. All right.
So yeah,
we should have clocked in for this part.
Available to everyone. And this is our first time building in the inner city.
Okay.
A lot of people are trying to move out of the inner city. They want those outskirts areas. So that's typically, where we normally been. But yeah, it's the first time partnering. We promised not 11 new builds. But after, testing soil and things like that, we were knocked down to 9.
Okay.
So we already have 2 homes up, and the rest will be up this year.
All right. So let's talk about the homes.
Okay.
You've seen people have homes built. You've seen them move in. What are the feelings of the people that have a home built and they're able to walk in a brand new home that they are the only ones living there? What are some of the expressions and feelings that you've seen people have for that?
You are thankful, you're proud, you're relieved.
Yeah.
And you just feel like empowered. So something different about Habitat is our homeowners build their homes. When you're in the program, you build your home as well as other people's homes. So you can learn skills, for maintenance as far as drywall repair, building the deck, fixing siding, things like that. And it's free training. So
okay, so you're actually assisting in the build.
Yeah. So
I'm not on a computer and saying, I want my carpet this color, and I'm helping you build because I'm saying I want the sink this color. You have to act. That's what people.
It's a misconception. People think we give them away.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought too.
No. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm getting educated today also. So if you're having a home built, you have to be involved, really involved in I guess the outset of that, you have some skills. You know how to do some things around the house that you won't have to just call somebody because a light switch is out or an outlet is out. You know, wow. All right. So why are you so passionate about this, the home building? What,
Home ownership.
Yeah, home ownership. What makes you so passionate about this?
Well, I went through the program. So 2019, I got my home and moved in. The program is tough. We tell people that, and they still can't imagine how tough it is because you have to volunteer 250 hours. That can be that's what we call our sweat equity.
Absolutely.
So you have to have construction hours as well as we have our restore. So please come to the restore. That's
right there on Conant.
Yes, 1310 Conant. We do have homeowners go into the restore, and you can volunteer doing customer service. We were just in the African American parade. Homeowners can come and do fun things like that. That can go towards their time. And then also we partner our homeowners with support partners. So someone who knows the program or been through the program themselves, just as some extra support to get through, because that work doing those hours on top of being a parent, on top of being a daughter, on top of being you're working. Most people have 2 jobs, so you have to figure all of that out for a year and a half to 2 years. And then you also go to our monthly classes. Those classes vary from drywall repair, fire safety, landscaping, and then we also bring in lawyers. They'll help set up wills so everything's straight in case anything happens. So it is a very strenuous program, but it is definitely worth it. You don't have to go through any bank. We are the bank.
Okay, I was going to ask about the financing of something like that.
0 interest mortgage.
Okay, so when you say 0 interest mortgage, are you saying that it's got to be something?
0. You're not gonna find that nowhere else.
No, you're not. No,
you're not. You are not. Yep.
All
That's a 0 interest mortgage. Like we said, we're the bank, and it is a newly built home, ranch style. It is built for aging in place, so you can stay there into your 80s, 90s. And then if we also have people that think it's just for single moms, anyone can be a Habitat homeowner.
Okay, that was okay. You must have been looking at my
I know the questions.
Right.
I get them all the time.
All right. So I would think that something like this is for single moms.
No.
And if you're a guy with children, or if you're a family, or if I just thought that it was just for one group.
No.
Okay.
It's for anybody. Our vision is a world where everyone has a decent place to live. Everyone.
Where do you think some of those misconceptions come from? Is it from me talking about something that I don't know? Most likely. All right.
I honestly don't know. I mean, a lot of programs are for, single moms. So I guess that people automatically put that in that category.
Okay. All right.
And I really don't know where the free houses. I never understood that one. But
I thought
you
that
get a free one. Congratulations.
Look, I thought that, and I don't mind, family. I don't mind seeing that I don't know. All right. But I thought that when they pull your name out the lottery and they say, hey, look, we're building you a house. Just wait where you are. All right. As soon as it's built, you can move right in.
No.
I just thought that's what I thought. Okay. All right. Okay. So what was the process like with you?
So your name goes on a waiting list. We go down a waiting list in order, and we make sure that you meet the requirements when we hit your name. If you don't, it's fine. We don't take people off.
Okay.
We just keep you where you're at, and we just go to the next person. you come in for an application meeting. At that application meeting, you'll know if you've been approved or denied. We do pull credit. We do not look at your credit score. We look at your debt to income ratio. That's a big thing.
Okay.
And student loans will not drag you out. We process that a different way because everyone has student loans now. And then after that, you would, turn in paperwork, things like that. Our housing director actually does a home visit. Most of the people we get, one of our requirements is to have a need. So a need can be anything. It can be you're facing homelessness. You have an infestation, slumlords. It's a dangerous neighborhood, things like that. So you have to have a need. Once we go to the home, do the home visit, it's not invasive or anything like that. Most of the time, you're just answering questions. And we take all the information we gathered up in front of our homeowner selection committee, and they say yay or nay. If you make it that far, it's usually a yay.
Okay, what was it about you that that allowed you to stick with it throughout every phase of this journey?
I wanted a house. If you really want it, I call it a clearance house because it's the 0 interest mortgage.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But it's worth it. If you really want a house, you really want something to leave to your kids, it's the best option, honestly. Besides the 0 interest mortgage, I gained knowledge.
Wow.
And then also my neighbor went through the program. Anytime we build a new home, we try to build it next to each other. So you have someone that went through the program with you. You're not just new into a neighborhood.
Right.
So I gained relationships. I've gained knowledge. My son seen me go through it. So he's seen the process of it being a lot and coming back each week, seeing the hole, seeing the frame, seeing me help build it. So you get another sense of, I can do anything.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how did, what was his thought about, I'm checking our time. Oh, we good on time, I think. But, okay, Jody just said that we're good on time. All right. Normally has this big old cane there. He'll just pull me off. All right. What did your son think about watching you go through this process? Man, was he hopeful? I mean, what was that like?
So when we went through this process, my son was 5. So everything was like times 10 in his eyes.
Okay.
So he would just be very excited. He would always ask me, "Oh, we're gonna see the house today. We're gonna drive by the house. Oh, this is gonna be my room. Oh,
man."
And then once we have, so we have a blessing for each home. And then we have a dedication where you get your actual keys. And that was amazing. All the sponsors, they invite the neighborhood.
Man.
You have, your pastor, if you want your pastor to bless the home.
Okay.
And everyone just comes and just celebrates your new home. And just seeing him run around telling everybody, this is my room. I'm putting my bed here, my toys here. It's the best as a mom, just to see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then if you do have children and you get a new home, your kids automatically get into our playhouse program. They get a customized playhouse because home ownership put it in their mind early.
Oh, wow.
Then you never know what comes. We try.
Okay. All right. Man. Okay. What I want to go back. There was a couple of things that we wanted to talk about.
You want to talk about money? We can talk about money.
Okay. What does it cost?
I'm gonna tell you me. I have a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom home. I am on Highland Sylvania Road.
Okay.
When I got the home, it was around $83,000, I believe. Our mortgages typically don't go past 30 or 35 years.
Okay.
And I checked last year. I think my home was worth like 160.
So we got some equity.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like,
we're gonna hang out with you.
With a pretty penny.
Right.
But yeah.
Wow.
And then you also get my mortgage payment is not even $400 a month. So that can tell you what that zero interest mortgage means.
That's right.
Honestly, if you qualify for down payment assistance with the city of Toledo, we automatically do that work for you. You don't have to worry about filling anything out for them. And then also when you get a new build, you get property tax credit for, I want to say 10 years. So it's definitely worth it. If you're going to buy a home, it's definitely worth it to check us out, honestly. Single man, single woman, elderly, anybody.
All right. So, and you said that the neighborhood accepted you and embraced you. It wasn't like, all right, we're going to build something in the neighborhood that nobody wants, nobody needs. So how's the neighborhood and the neighbors?
Me and my neighbors are good. Before our homes were built, there was like a half burnt down house on the lot. So they were happy to see Habitat come through and build new homes. Of course, it raised property values up.
That's right.
And then they do, go around just to let the neighbors know there's going to be noise. We apologize. When they do the blessing of the home, they invite the neighbors to come. When we get the keys, they invite the neighbors as well. So I met my neighbors during the construction process, actually. And everyone, was welcoming and told me about the street, and they've accepted us very well.
Okay. Man, this is Maumee Valley. I've just put it on my screen right here. Let's make it a little larger so I can read it. All right. This Maumee Valley Habitat for Humanity. Hey, we wanted to share the webpage, but something happened. I wasn't able to get that. So, but you got Christien. All right. So be happy.
We're in the process of getting a new website.
All right. Be happy with that. All right. Be happy with. So there. This is 1310 Conant, Maumee, Ohio. 435-37. Here's the phone number. If you want to call, 419-382-1964. Give them a call. Ask about this, what is the home ownership?
Home ownership program.
Ask about the home ownership program.
Extension 120 if you want to get me. I'll probably be the one calling you back.
Okay, extension 1. That's the number that I called. All right, so, hey, all right. Heck, I'm halfway. I'm halfway there. All right. I don't know. My wife might have an issue with that. Me having my own house built. All right, across town. All right.
She might.
All right. Okay, man. Why did I say that online? All right. Well, I'm sure we can edit that on out. All right. So, we're big on self-care here at CSRN because within the activist community and protest culture, sometimes we're on 10 so much that we forget to stop and breathe. You can't be consumed by what you see in the media, what you see on the news. So we're big on self-care. So what is it that you do at the end of the day or at the end of the week to kind of bring it in?
Sleep.
Oh, okay. All right.
My bed is my favorite place.
All right. That's good stuff. All right. All right. I should write that down. All right. All right. Maybe when I'm off the clock this time. All right. I want them to fire me again. Jody, did you know I worked at Banner Mattress right before I was going to get married? And I could tell this story because we're talking about self-care and what not to do. This place sold mattresses. So all throughout the store are beds. And on the third floor where no one is at, guess what's up there? Beds. And I'm like, wow, these beds feel like a Black Goldilocks story, all right, that's going to end bad. Man, I think it was, I think I worked like maybe 10 to 4. I think I laid down at 11. I seemed like I blinked my eyes, and now it's 2:30. Oh, man.
You just got there.
I know. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I guess they found out like, well, maybe you're not a good fit at the mattress store. But I guess that's not what I do for self-care. But and if you are going to sleep responsibly. All right. So we got you down for self-care, and everyone needs to have some type of theme that they do to bring it all in. And we're big on gratitude. If you could think of 3 things to be grateful for? Christien, what would your three things to be grateful for?
First, family. Second, I'm grateful for my experiences. And third, I'm grateful that I'm in Toledo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jody, we don't hear that often. All right. Because we'll take everything for granted.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take everything. Right. Look, I could be homeless in Hawaii.
You could.
All right. All right.
You could.
And I could be making a difference in getting it in Toledo too. All right.
There's a lot going on in the city, actually.
All
And,
right.
I appreciate that.
That's awesome what you do. Hey, would you be willing to come back and we can have our own Christien segment where she can come and tell people what some really great resources. Would you be willing to come back and join us?
Sure.
And is there anything else you wanted to share before we?
Yes. So we have our roofing program.
Okay.
Roof replacements. Right now, as I said, we're focusing on Junction, Inglewood, Old South End, and East Toledo. Give us a call. Right now, they are at no cost to the homeowners. We have grants and everything covering that. So please give us a call now while we have these wonderful resources available to get these repairs done or replacement done. And it does include soffit gutters and fascia. If you have a chimney, we have a mason on staff as well.
And that's the 382-1964 extension.
120 is my extension. Like I said, I'll probably be the one calling you back.
All right. All right. Thank you for coming in and dispelling all of the myths that I had in my head that was rolling around. All right. I'm sure I'll be better after this. Hey, listen, family, thanks. This is awesome. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
If you can ride a bike without falling, then you're good to go. Bike Rides Matter, it's a community bike group. We get together for fun, fitness, and fellowship. We ride weekly. Right now we got a Tuesday ride where we ride on the UT Trail. We do Saturday right here at Uptown Green. That's our glow roll Saturday night. It was something I was already doing with my daughter, just riding bikes, and we just decided it would be cool to add the community because we were just finding ways to make fun given the situation. Being that everything was closed down and options were limited, bike riding is one of those things you can do without any restrictions.
You get to make new friends and just interact with people, especially during COVID. You still have your mask on and stuff, but it's still good to see people.
It's a cool way to stay fit. We talk while we riding, we got music while we riding. I've met quite a few new friends and new people. I made some real cool connections throughout the city. Take advantage of the time you have. Take advantage of this pandemic. I know it's a lot of restrictions, but you can be creative and find new ways to have fun, one of which is this right here.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. Family, it is time for some updates, and I wanted to highlight this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. And this headline is Occupation and Genocide Are Big Business. And I know that's well, why would you say that, Brother Washington? Well, everything involves money. Somebody's making $1 off of somebody's misery. And let me read this. This is from this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. I'm bringing it up here on my screen, and you can see the newspaper right there. It said, this report accuses global firms of complicity in a system of occupation, surveillance, and weapons. and this is from the Final Call newspaper. Make sure that you get this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. We'll have some at Seaway. When we leave Mount Branch Library, Jody, we'll leave a few here. Big shout out to Bobby Howard. Big shout out to Powell's Beauty and Supply. So if you have hair, I don't have any hair anymore, so I can't go to Powell's unless I'm getting cocoa butter or shea butter.
Unless he decides to grow the beard out.
Oh no, it'll be too patchy. I look like I'm panhandling. All right. Or check out Yummies. This is the story. It says active genocide of Palestinians by the state of Israel is being sustained by a deeply entrenched system of exploitative occupation and global profit. For multinational arms dealers, surveillance tech firms, financial institutions, and logistics companies, the occupation and genocide are big business, says a damning new report on the human rights situation in occupied Palestine. The report, From Economy of Occupation to the Economy of Genocide, was presented to the 59th session of the Human Rights Council. This was on July 3rd in Geneva, Switzerland. It reveals how corporate profiteering has underwritten death and destruction while empowering Israel's actions and existence as an occupier power. Family, make sure you get this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper. You can also check it out online at finalcall.com, or you can get your digital subscription at digital.finalcall.com. That's the Final Call Minute, but make sure you get this issue of the Final Call newspaper, and shout out to all the places that carry the Final Call newspaper. Jody, it is time for community updates. And what are some of the things?
But first though, because we've forgotten it for the last 3 weeks, what is your Black Lives Matter moment?
Oh man, let's see, what month is it? It's July. My Black Lives Matter moment, and let me put that on the screen because we got a little banner that it scrolls right underneath. Yeah, we can't just not have a Black Lives
bells and whistles and
we can't just stuff. Not have a Black Lives Matter moment. All right, I'm going back to
not finding a certain list.
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, Epstein is not my Black Lives Matter moment. I'm sure there's a list out there somewhere. They just
there
can't.
Is, but you know, and not to sidetrack the subject, but I feel that we got a stimulus coming because we got the other files and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. That'd be another distraction.
There are no files.
All right, here's $600. Oh, $1,200 for me. All right, all right. I don't know what y'all gonna do. All right, but my Black Lives Matter moment. This goes back to I think 2016 when we start having Black August. And what Black August is we have someone that we love in our community. Hey, Christien's right here. We might hit her up this year. And Black August is to recognize the prison, the political prisoners, and how advocacy in prison started, and which we call Black August. How we celebrated at CSRN, we give a community member access to our page. They take over our whole page for one of the weekends, of the Saturday and Sunday of August, and they can share information about HIV awareness. They can share information about insurance, home ownership, what you didn't know, and questions regarding home ownership or any other. Oh, we had Sister Yvette Muhammad for gardening. Yep. All right, so Black August was, and it's always a Black Lives moment for me because we've taken social justice, kind of flipped it on its ear, meaning that it doesn't mean that we just show up with picket signs. All right, there's some other aspects to social justice, and that's my Black Lives Matter moment. What about you?
So mine is going to be our first time meeting, Christien.
Oh,
because we have been doing this show, I guess in a sense, because it used to be video minutes.
Yeah.
Since we started, since an
with
inception.
A cell phone.
With a cell phone and some just a recap of, because we used to all meet in the group, whether it be the Paddle Center or Site B at St. Martin de Porres,
Yeah.
and some other locations. We've met a few times at libraries. So we haven't really had a live studio audience, and it was around this time last year.
I think so.
Councilman.
It was Venice, Venice Williams, Dr. Gwendolyn Wilson, and some of the other members of the Inglewood neighborhood group.
Yep.
And they asked us if we could live stream their meeting.
Yep.
And they had so many people come up, and I'm taking your Black Lives Matter moment. That's when we saw, I mean, she had to be like this big, all right? She's just little, I mean, and she was talking. Let me stop, because, man, that was a phenomenal Black Lives Matter moment. I wish I had that one instead of the Black August. This is mine. But
well, that's good. I mean, again, you'll probably be able
man.
to find that on our YouTube now, since the whole live that was more than a month ago, and I haven't checked. I'm just still depressed about losing New Orleans and New York and some other things that I did on live that I just didn't have time to put on the hard drive anyway. But other than that, we have the updates, I guess, because that would be my moment of us actually. We might have to do it again, because what do we do? A couple of more things that we did live audiences with, but haven't brought nobody in the studio to sit and see on the other side of the board. And I forgot to ask our guest, did she recognize anything on air from the back of the board, just in case you do and you're watching out there?
Well, we'll ask her when we're off. She still got to go back to work the very next day, all right?
So she still has to get
not like
poetry.
Some of us ain't got nowhere to go, all right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying my new schedule, as most people have found out on my page. But updates and everything going on and stuff. I'm going to start you with, from our last show, going into what's coming, what happened this weekend and what's going on next week. There are a few things going around in the city of Toledo, and I'm not sure if it's happening this Wednesday, but there was the meditation walk Wednesdays. I don't know. You said you might want to try and make that out of at Wildwood. Park.
Yeah.
You able to make it?
Not yet.
Not yet, but you plan on doing it.
They'll be calling me out. Right? Don't call me out on the camera. All right. Yeah.
But that is hosted by C Crystal Shop. I'm not sure if it's a weekly or bi-weekly, but I would check her out and find out how you can get your meditation walk Wednesdays in. There has been a couple more getting to know you town halls with Blair Johnson. We still have to get on the show at some point in time. Blair, looking at you, looking at a few of the candidates and stuff before we get all political. I say in about another 60 days.
Yeah.
So that'll be September.
Yeah, so come on, come on.
Come on, because we don't pick a sign, but there will be signs. All that good stuff.
Okay. I like what you did there.
We had the Good Trouble Lives On Toledo. That was a protest, I believe it was, in honor of
John Lewis.
In honor of John Lewis. I know I had done one of those walks across the MLK Bridge with a friend of ours in activism, but that was 337 West Sylvania. I believe the time was 6 to 8, so hopefully if you were out and enjoyed the whole protesting and activism thing, that was good. We had Elephants Dancing in Toledo. It's a group band friend of mine. They were at the Golden Road, which is a spot that's been having a lot of live bands and everything else like that. It's across the street from, I don't know if Chasers is still there, but it was Chasers, so that's what that
right there on Door Street?
Right there on Door Street.
Okay.
When you get to that intersection and stuff. There was the annual Sacred Strings fundraiser, 4263 Hill Avenue. That's the Toledo Spoken Group. Del Gray, shout out to y'all. Hopefully the fundraiser was everything. That was Saturday the 19th. Saturday was a very, very busy day. So we're going to start with there was the African American Festival Parade, the 20th annual. We had a lot of people out there. I was the Grand Marshal last year, and this year I was with Tarda, and we was all the way at the back. So from front to the back, I ain't seen every part of every parade over the last 8 years. I've been marching around. It was nice. It was good. If you see me, I did get a photo bomb shot because I did make the initial photo with everybody, but that's okay. They caught me walking. I was wearing last year's African American Festival shirt. So that was an awesome thing. The parade, again, is long. Not as long as I've been told Jeep Fest, but I've never walked in Jeep Fest. So I can't really say, but I know out of the three the West End Festival, the new-ish Juneteenth parade, and then this one, it is the longest one. Then there was the 20th Annual African American Festival at 500 Jefferson, as we know, at the Huntington Center. I was only able, unfortunately, to stay for Leandra James and Troop. I missed everybody else, but I've been watching some stuff.
Okay.
It was nice to be a civilian. People was like, what do you mean? Well, most people consider me a super. Since last year, I was on the stage and doing all the stuff. And this year, I get to be just walking around the rafters. Every now and then, I go to the front. Because where I was like front row, and I don't know. For me, I don't like being boxed in with people, so I would just walk around and meander and say what's up to people. So shout out to everybody that I saw there. Shout out to everybody that was able to make the concert. There was Switchboard. We had three artists: Tenacio, our very own poet laureate, Joni, and there was another lady who I cannot remember her name, but the photo was on my page and I talked about it, so I was there. That was awesome. And finally ending that Saturday off with Autumn Vasquez. She had a college fundraiser over at Eastside Cantina. Went to that, performed a couple times. Shout out to Nate Hicks, Lakeda EK, and Ashley, but I think it's Janisa that she goes by on Facebook. Facebook names will still be irritating.
Hey, it's all good.
But it's okay, because I try and remember. If I didn't tag you, let me know, because otherwise it is what it is in social media land now. So what do we have coming up this week? You're about to find out with me, because even I have no idea. Since
okay. All right.
From social media the last 48 hours, that is good. Take breaks. You're not a content creator. You're not an influencer. You're a human. If you need a moment, take it, because I made a post today. Like, Facebook is becoming like a relationship. Every time I log on, it's asking me to pay it for some reason.
Okay.
To boost the post, to do. I'm like, I got a child or a woman, and I don't get nothing out of it. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. Okay.
So
all right.
Tomorrow.
You letting us know some stuff. All right.
That's just how it feels when I log on. It's like, you want a blue check?
All
Did you see what this person commented? I'm like, I don't know them. They passed you down the street doing 30. So we just thought that y'all might have, Anyway. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., there's the Northwest Ohio Business Mentoring Program Spring Cohort, and that is going to be at the Lucas County Public Library, the main one downtown. I don't know if you've registered. I always do stuff late, so I've registered today. I will see you as soon as I get off of work at the Art Museum, but that is from 4 p.m. to 5:30. Again, Northwest Ohio Business Mentoring Program Spring Cohort Celebration. So go down there, celebrate some people. This Saturday, we got the Art Loop at noon. It is Young and Arty Summer Party. I don't know who made that up, but okay. Kind of
bars. All right.
Down Adams Street between 14th and 16th Streets. It is 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. So Arts Commission, also for the people, because I believe when we come back, it might be over. There is the accelerator grants going on right now. So they are only doing 2 cycles, which means more people. Last day to apply is the 27th. So if you want a camera, if you got a program, you got a book signing you want to do, or an event for the community, make sure to get your proposals for your grants in, because they will not be doing another one this year. If you have not, I'm not sure if it's full, but check their website. We are doing 19. We have a reception next month to go in the walkthrough. There's 100 people, so I don't know if they're in it. My name's in it. You're gonna see me down there at the artist, the Automatic 419, which is taking over for Momentum. Finally, last thing until we come back is Toledo Has Spoken is coming back again at the Collingwood Presbyterian Church. That's Del Grace. If you are an open mic person, they record these, and it does go on Buckeye Television, and you can also use that for your CD file and stuff like that. But I repeat, if you want to do some open mic poetry or some music or some singing, there's an open mic for that. Make sure you keep it clean, and it will be recorded on Buckeye Cable. So all that good stuff, and that is all I really have until we come back for our next show.
All right, let's pay some bills, and then we're going to come back with 5 minutes of heat.
Yep.
And I know you got something for us today.
Yes, I do.
If you like what we do, we'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube like, share, and comment. This is our YouTube channel. It's called, which is one of the longest names in the world, Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo. Once you put Community Solidarity, the rest will just drop down.
Yep.
Click it, click the notification, hit the bell. That way, whenever we have one of our podcasts on streaming, you'll know. Follow us on Instagram. Where's the click thing? Okay, there.
Lost the button. There we go.
Well, I thought we did. Did we pay the bill? Did we pay the bill on the button? Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Listen to us on Spotify. We need you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as soon as Jody rids himself of not posting on X,
The list
formerly
will come
known.
out first.
Okay, all right. Okay, Elon, go ahead, put out the Epstein list so that Jody could start commenting and posting and tweeting on X. If you want to support us, you can support us via Cash App. That's CSRN 419, PayPal. Hashtag CSRN 419. We had changed it because we had some issues, all right? But we don't have those issues anymore. So PayPal is CSRN Toledo 419. PayPal is CSRN 419. Do we have any Black Lives Matter signs? We have Black Lives Matter signs. We left a few as a gift on the corner of Smead and Door. So if you drive by and you see some Black Lives Matter signs or some defund the police signs, be my guest. All right, go ahead, take one. It's yours. But the rest, we need a donation. All right, so hit us up online for the defund the police signs. Hit us up online for the Black Lives Matter sign. And don't forget, this week's edition of the Final Call newspaper is Occupation and Genocide Are Big Business. So, Jody, I think that I've covered everything. If you like gardening, join us every Sunday, 4 p.m., 300 block of Boston Place. This is our season opening flyer. So it's still at the same place, even though it says season opening. Growing your own food is like printing your own money. And if we care about ourselves, we have to start caring more about what we put in our bodies. And being able to garden has done a lot for me. I was grounding today, and I got stung by a bee on my toe.
Oh, no.
Oh, all right. So I know, man. All right, but it is what it is. It's the debt that you pay. But yeah, join us every Sunday, 4 p.m., 300 block of Boston Place. You cannot miss it. You'll see the Black Lives Matter sign, the defund the police sign, the Blair Johnson sign right in front. So join us every Sunday, 4 p.m. All right, now it's time for 5 minutes of heat.
Yep. And
we call it 5 minutes of heat because we took it from a title of a song back in the 90s or late 80s. It was by a group called Houdini, and they had a song called 5 Minutes of Funk. And we said, well, let's just remix some of the words as we do at CSRN. If you see our studio, it's a mixture of nearly every Black liberation movement that you could think of, and we put it all together. So we came up with 5 minutes of heat. That's when we close out our meetings with creative expression, not a judge gavel. We use soul, we use creativity, and Jody has been the #1 5 minutes of heat participant, spoken word artist. And what do you have for us today? That was a long lead in, all right?
And I'm going to give you a little extra shameless plug because I think there are exactly 2 weeks left to vote. At the end of the month, you will no longer be able to use the link on my page or my videos to vote for me in the National Spoken Word Awards, as I am the 5-time nominated best storyteller in the country, 1-time best male in the country last year. But so
I was about to snap my fingers on that, but I'll snap my fingers later.
So I might put it in the show. I don't know. This is a piece called Grief. So yeah, it's one of them. I ain't done the gratitude. I ain't got many more left that you haven't heard. So we're going to cycle back soon. But this is one that I don't believe I've done on the show before. And in lieu of all the stuff, again, Michael Jamal Warner, Ozzy, and the several 4th of July deaths that we had here. This is kind of a resonating poem for anybody out there that might be grieving. So let's begin. Peace. Grief. Grief is one of those emotions that no matter how old you get or how much time has passed, the untangling of meeting someone or knowing that that loss of this thing will forever be untied to your journey is gone. There's no real coping mechanism for it because the thing that does the coping is gone. You can fill the void with other things, but the shape will never fit the picture that you have in your head. It will always feel off center, unbalanced, and just a little skewed to the image once you have tried to fit everything into place. Grief is one of those deafening memories that no matter how far away you get from it, it always has the same rhythm of what's missing, what's not there, what can never be repaired, and how it ended. The last message, response you heard, or visual memory from this thing, person, or place that once was. It could all hit at any moment. Like a ticking time bomb, that's silent as a whisper, subtle as the wind blowing on a calm day, but stares back at you, unblinking in the face. An accident on a highway, as you slowly creep to the next exit so you can find the rest area to recollect yourself, while the thought that if a few more moments had passed, it could have been you on the other end of that crash. Grief is waking up knowing that every day that passes, something, someone, or somewhere from your younger self does not exist anymore. And one day, you will be the one someone grieves over, and we will have to move on without you. Grief, far worse than love, hate, pain, anger, happiness, excitement, boredom, melancholy, feeling numb, overwhelmed, panicked, and drained. Because all of those are temporary, emotions that interchange with each other while we're alive. But grief will stay the same until your grave. And peace.
As always, we snap our fingers. Want to thank you for that, Jody. Want to thank you for bringing our heads right back where it needs to be on ourselves, feeling grateful, having some level of self-care so that we can bring ourselves back to center.
Yep.
And Jody, listen, we'll be back next week. Who do we have next week? We have a couple of special guests. Give me one second.
Maybe a councilman or a commissioner or somebody like that.
Oh, you know who we have next week? We have Ron Wells.
So
we have Ron Wells.
Area.
We have Ron Wells.
I know I gave a shout out to Danny. Hopefully he'll come through and give us some good updates before the season starts.
And we have I met a wonderful lady. Her name is Quinn. And what she does is, I'm pulling up her name.
Quindon or just Quinn?
No, Quinn.
Okay.
Her name is Quinn Griffith. She's part of the Black Mental Health Corporation. And what she wants to do is dispel a lot of the myths about mental health, as I think a lot of people are trying to do that, mental health, and why everybody deserves high quality care. So look forward to seeing Ron and Quinn tomorrow. I mean, next week rather, not tomorrow. But as always, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. And Black lives can't matter until all Black lives matter. Justice or else?
Yeah.
Peace.